You guys are missing gold. No sound while I was doing the weather. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Need cloudy. I want rain again. We're not supposed to see rain for a bit. It's humid though. Yeah. You missed some news gold there. I wasn't, I didn't have sound on, but I was saying I could do the weather, but today it was hot. It was hot. 89. That's hot for here. California, it gets to be 105 on like a regular day. Thailand, it gets hot, but that's in Celsius than Fahrenheit. So I had to get to do the conversion. So, anyways, it was warm today, but I'm still wearing a sweater because work shirt underneath and beanie because my hair is out of control right now. We're only going to do an hour. It's not that hot at the moment. What is it? It's right now it's 9 or it's like 7. It's not that cool. That was yesterday. Let's look at today. Now it's 73 degrees, so it's all right. It's not cold, but it's in there. It's not hot anymore. Okay. Anyways, that's enough about the weather. Today we are going to be doing more paper arts. I want to actually try to do a drawing. I'm going to work with ink today. I feel like I just want to try something super experimental. Okay, which would be like, okay, let's do that. Let's just throw caution to the wind like I've done so many times before. And this is why I think so many artists drink, because they like think about these crazy ideas and then they try to like figure out how to execute them. And execution is not that easy. Like you want it to go right, so you overthink everything. But when you're drunk, you're more apt to take chances. Not that I'm promoting drinking and arting, but I'm just saying there's just something about it that um, it's just different. Just different how it processes. Okay, but this girl stays really safe with eyes and faces. Like that's what she does. Mouths would also be another good entry point. Now, to make a wheel, you have to center, your center needs to be right. And then the wheel needs to be just as big to turn whatever image and however far the image is out. I want to do something really hard though. That's always my problem. Okay, let's go to the webcam and we're gonna just jump you in. Did my camera guy show up today? No, he did not. But he is now. Let's jump in there. Go to the studio. Okay, let's zoom out of the studio. All right, so we have this mechanism, which is, you can see it here. We're looking at basically a wheel mechanism. This can be done easier. It doesn't need to be so complicated, and the slits don't need to be cut. We can do it a different way. This way was interesting to do, and it does lock it in without glue, but I still had to glue a bigger wheel to the back of it. I like this wheel formation because it makes the person turn the page by the indent and hopefully kind of controlling where the art's going to go a little bit more. Okay, so here's my idea. let's just give us a good college try of what my idea would like to be in a perfect world. So I would like for there to be a center line, right? We're going to need a center line. That is for sure, right? So something like this. And actually, okay, let's try something. Can we all see this, or is it too light? You know what? Let me see if I can do a better job of getting my contrast ratio down. I really should figure out what gives me better contrast. Is it lower ISO? I feel like that's too dark. Or aperture? But now if I turn the ISO up, it all just gets super bright. I think this is better ISO for the moment. Let's focus there. Okay. Alright. I'll draw kind of dark. So here's what we'll do. Oh, I got a good idea. Maybe it'll work. So I want to do a three-eyed skull. That's my plan. What's going on? Something beep at me? Oh. Hold on. I got an important game of pool to play. Not really. Lazy. Nope. It's not gonna let me do it. Oh no, she's winning. I've been playing online pool with one of my friends. Oh no. That 8 ball is not where I want it. 8 ball all the way down. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. It like auto aims for you, so it's not super hard. It gives you like a little bit of a tail. Okay, I think that's too much still. It's gotta be. Hold on. Nope. Right there. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Here we go. Oh no, it's not gonna make it. It didn't roll far enough. Ah! Well, I'm new at this game, so we'll figure it out later. Alright, anyways, back to real life. Okay, so 3 eyes. The rule is an eye is, I think it's an eye and a half. No, I don't know. It's an eye. I just do an eye. Distance in between the two eyes, and your eye sockets are gonna be at your line. So I don't know why I drew that so low. So and then also almond shapes for eyes. I've been told are better. This shape. Okay. Like I know where everything goes. I just don't know why I don't follow any of the rules. Okay. You guys can't see this very well, and I'm drawing decently hard. Okay, anyways, we're gonna get it. Here, I'll just draw harder. We're gonna make it more medieval. We're just gonna go with it. Okay, if I do this right, what I wanted to do is kind of run, but I don't think that's gonna work. I think I need to do it in the shape. It'll look cool. Watch. So, see, I don't know if I could do like a traditional skull. Or maybe I do have to do a more traditional skull. The issue though, if I'm doing the one with 3 eyes and the extra eye, then they both have, it's alright. We're gonna go big. We're gonna just try for, shoot for the sky. Okay, so if we do that, and then this has this break for this skull, right? And then, but they don't have to be skulls. It could be like, I can finish them off as like actual drawings. The issue is, you guys won't be able to see them. Okay, so here's my thought process, the plan. And these eyes are way too far apart. Something going on right here. Now it just looks like 2. Okay, that's fine, because that's all going to get cut out. Then we got the nose, right? We're going to center off the noses about the same. So if we're going to do death, I mean, this could be a really cool idea between like the different processes of life and death. The issue though is that whatever is going to spin in this area is going to come up around here upside down, right? When we do the actual mechanism part. And what we also have to think about the nose is there, then our mouth starts here, which is okay too. This is going to be hard. Why do I always pick the hardest things to do? Why can't I just be like, okay, that's the easy way to do it, and then just do it that way? You gotta like draw this whole face in like a circle almost. Right? Okay, I need something this round. I need something that round. Uh-oh. I'm forced to play again. Oh. This shot's long. Oh no, she made 2. She's smoking. Oh, she's trying now. Oh no. What am I supposed to do with that shot? I can't choose a pocket yet. I don't think I can make it in any pocket. I'm like against the wall. This is such a bad shot. Nope. Oh no. She's gonna win. Okay, good. Perfect. Sometimes things happen. Anyways, back to real life. Back to drawing. So mouth. The mouth is 2. That's 2. And draw the mouth around here. So nose. I was told you can like float the nose. Kind of like I don't know. Not doing a good job of it. Well, let's talk about there's not a line down the center of the face, so it's just you guys can see this okay, right? It's not too bad. It's probably the best it's been. So then like a little bit under that is like the so we know like the mouth is gonna come like this, right? Lip, lip. Why does it look like a mustache? Some people don't have a lip like that. Most people don't. Okay. So here's the big kicker though. Here we have this. Here we have this eye. So like I want to cut out the eye sockets and then let's try to like put that thing in. And then my thought process was I was going to cut out the bottom of this page so that the teeth and the bottom of the mouth move. But I think that's going to get too bigger than the page. I think, I don't think it's going to work like I want it to. I might be nope, it's not going to even work like that. It can only be as big as, the spinning wheel can only be as big as the page. Okay, let's just try to make the biggest thing I can. That's the plan. The plan is to throw the plan out the window and make a plan. The other problem is I don't have a piece. I can't. How am I going to draw a circle? Oh man, this piece of paper is bigger than this, so it's got to be smaller than this, but just by a little bit. And I need to know where the center is. That's the other problem. Do I have a compass? Oh no, it's at school. I gotta have a compass here. Oh, that plate is so close, but no cigar. No cigar. How do I make a circle without making a circle? The string and the pin theory? I mean, that would be my best bet. And that'll help me get a center. I don't really have any string though. My string is elastic. But what else am I going to find that round? I don't have anything that big. It's round. So I guess I'm just going to have to do it old school. I don't have any string though. That's not stretchy. Everything I have is stretchy. Like a shoelace, that's not going to work. Let's look for something round. I gotta have something round. Or if I don't have something round, I gotta look for a piece of string. I don't have. I threw away a bunch of string yesterday because it got tangled on all my stuff, and now I need it. It's always like that. Plate's too big. It still doesn't give me the center, so this will work the best to give me the center. I just need to find a piece of string that is worthy of being strung. Okay, I have string. I have string. Hold on, guys. It's not even string, it's better than string. I've had this string for so long. It's not even string, it's leather. I've had this around since Patty was around. I've had this a long time. I don't know why I've had it so long. It just follows me around. I really like the colors of the string though. It's leather. It's cured leather. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna do it old school. Right. So we're gonna It'd be best to just, but I gotta get it centered. And then once I go around, I don't think that's gonna work. I gotta get a smaller piece. But it'd be nice to have, okay. Let's see how this, I wish I had a compass. Oh, I do have a compass. What am I doing? No. Yes, I do. Oh, my friend, the compass. Why is this a new one? I should have an old one. Where's my old one? I don't have time for that today. These things are great. I love them. I love them. They're great. Get one. I was like, what am I doing? I do have a compass, but my compass has changed to this thing now, which is fantastic. This is exactly what I need to do all the work that I've been needing to do. Okay, so I can get my 0.92 pencil. Okay, and we can make the biggest circle I can possibly make on here. So if we find the center of the paper, let's do some help measuring. I'm starting to write all over my desk. It's becoming a problem, but that also is signifying the, you know, I'm not using it to actually 8.5, so 4.25. I'm not using it to actually measure anything ever. If I was like pulling yards of fabric on it, I would be singing a different tune, but I don't use any of the measurements actually on the desk to take quick measurements. My desk is never clean enough for that to happen. So, because I want to write things down, I'm going to start writing on my desk. Funny things. And hopefully, I'm going to take one of the whiteboards and put it onto a green mat because I think that would be cool. Yeah. Okay, anyways, so here we go. So here's our center point from what we see. So in theory, if I took it straight out, the longest it could be, the biggest the thing could be is this. So I'm just going to put a dot right here so I know where my center point is. And then I'm going to make a circle, and we said that was a little bit smaller. I'll make a circle this size. And if everything goes to plan, this thing is so nice. You can't really get off the beaten path too much. Nope, unless you forget which hole you're in. Make sure you mark which hole you're in. Okay, so that's good. Now, when she makes it, she doesn't make it like this though. Because the piece that is spinning, is that in front? Is it like this? And she just make like a wheel like this? With two pieces of paper glued to two pieces of paper? But can't I make one less? But the wheel's got to spin somewhere, and we don't want it to spin on the artwork. We need it to spin behind the artwork, but not be obtrusive and come through the artwork, unless we make it part of the artwork. Nope, that's too hard. Right, like if we made it like the spindle part, like the tip of the nose, and we made this like like that, right? Like a swirl, spiral. You know, we can do clown makeup on one side. right? It's coming together a little bit better, I think. So what I would like to do is have, but then you're not going to have ever a fluid chin. It's fine. But see, here is not going to give me the spinning. Like the spinner needs to be like right here or here. So I guess let's just cut out our circle and worry about everything else later, really. Right? That's our plan. Someone else joined the chat? Looks like we have someone here, but not here. Guess where we need it to be is right in direct center with the eyes, if that's what we want it to be turning. Could I make a wheel that turns another wheel? That's another thought process to be had. Like making paper gears? No, I don't think that's possible. You'd have to get them to line up on such a thin axis. I just don't think you would get it. Sorry guys, I'm taking a long time because I'm actually trying to do a good job. I know you see all those TikTok videos and everyone does everything super fast, but in the reality, if you want to get the job done nicely, you got to actually like put some time in. So you would want it to just at least hit both sides, right? Like that. It's going to be close. So we want this behind. It's almost like you have to like put it on the page behind so you can spin it on the page behind and then cut it out. So that, you know what I mean? Like it's got to be on. Well, that's true. That's her things are like little booklets. Like each page is a book. She's opened one up and she spun it and that's what it did. But she spun it from the side back here. The issue is my drawing, you're going to have to spin it from the bottom down here, which is okay, but it still needs to be on the back of the other page. Okay, so that's fine. This is a 2-page system. Did I lose? Let's see. Oh no, I lost. I told you I was going to lose. Oh, I got a chance. Oh, I don't have a chance. Maybe I have a chance. I want to go in that pocket. I'm going to mess this up. Nice and light. Oh, oh. I almost scratched. The suspense. Good job, everyone. Good job. Thanks for believing in me. I knew I could do it. Okay, back to work. So this might need to be like, and then there's going to be a mouth over here somewhere. Okay, but we're not really debating about that. We are, the next thing I need to do is figure out let's just do it. Let's do what we need to do. And we're going to do some surgery. I know. If this all goes to plan, this will all work. It's probably not going to go to plan, though. All right, let's cut. Cut out a lot of the shading. It's okay, though. It's all right. If it's a little bit weird, it's fine. Maybe I'm delusional and this isn't as good as I thought it was. I thought it was pretty, like, cool. But now I'm like, all my pencil lines don't really match up. And when I cut that out, I cut out a lot of the detail. I don't know where I started cutting. Uh-oh. Someone picked a new game, I think. It's crazy that I actually have messages on, and I don't know actually how to turn that off. Gotta do dinner tonight. What am I gonna eat? Macaroni and cheese. Probably. Some Trader Joe mac and cheese. Or I can do a spicy soup. Nice and hot. I like soup. Okay. And then my other thought is we're cutting this bottom part out from the mouth. Should probably put her teeth in though. So gums and teeth. From the center you have your two front teeth. Then you have smaller teeth. And then your another tooth, I think, and then your canines, I believe. Maybe there's not. Nope. I think you only have. Nope, you don't have a smaller tooth between those two. Okay, here we go. So, what do people want teeth to look like? Really flat and straight? It's because I went to using not my actual pencil. Okay. Anyways, I wanted to do teeth. Now I'm like overthinking them. They should have just been easy. It's like I've drawn teeth so many times before in my life. Canine, and then I think her lips are too big. She needs like bigger teeth. I don't think that's what I want to do. She can actually have some vampire teeth if she wants. And then the mouth starts to come down. Let's curve the smile up a little bit. Okay, this is really not the important part. I mean, it's important too, because it's part of the art. but it's not the most important part. Okay, so the issue was, where was I going to cut from? Am I cutting from here? Like a curtain? I think so, right? It's going to really destroy the integrity of this page. But I think that's the plan. Okay, but that is not actually the plan. The plan now is to draw our specimen on the back of here, right? I just watched the page flip in my mini screen. I wish there was like instructions to these types of things. Tell me how to do it. I want to know. I want to learn, but I need to know. I don't always want to have to figure everything out the hard way, but I kind of do, but I really sometimes could use a break. Like, you could do some really creepy stuff with this type of artwork. Where's my actual eraser? Here we go. Right? Unless we just run it right up to them. Let's run the cut up to the mouth like that. And then, or we'll draw it to the edge of the teeth. Would have been cool to do with the teeth, but not really. Could have changed the teeth out. But if we run it to the edge of the teeth, right? Yeah, I think that's the best. And the mouth needs to come down. Okay. That's good. Something like that. I mean, we need like way more shading. There's just way too white in general. Almost no. Right, something like that. We just come down to. We'll just come down. We'll cut all the way out to there, right? To the corners of the mouth. I still think it should be the corners of the mouth. Okay. I have to make the decision. I think it has to be the corners of the mouth. I think it'll look better. It's okay if I like draw it all black or whatever needs to happen after that. So canine 1, then we have tooth, teeth go back. Canine 1, and decent sized tooth, and tooth, and then a tooth way in the back. Right, okay, good. Almost looks like it could be a circus tent too. All right, and then what our next step is to cut this out. So, oh nope, I forgot my last step over here was to do this, and I just started outlining the eyes on the outside, which I wanted to do anyways, because now that I've cut off all the edge work, I can't see. good to know. I'll just keep making the lip bigger. There we go. Got a huge lip. It's fine. Okay. The reason why I drew that on the back is so that I can take this and I can see where this is going to line up for me to hit it, right? But all the sides. So that's where it needs to be. So what I'm going to do now is, this is where it's really nice to put that pin mark in, because I know where the hole in the piece of paper behind goes. Right. So there's that, and there's this. So now what I need to do with this is I need to take my small little compass and I'm gonna punch a hole that's this size in it, is my plan. So I guess I could do a 2-for-1. I could say here's the size of my hole that I'm going to have to cut out of this one, right? So in this one, how do I do this? How do I do this? How does this work in general? I draw a circle, I cut that circle out. I cut a big circle, I cut a little circle, I draw a circle, I cut that circle out. And then what do? I gotta watch the video again? This video gets a million views because I have to watch it a million times. Okay. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. So I need to make that piece so I can glue it on and then stick it through. Otherwise there'll be breaks in my bigger circle. Okay. Which is okay too. Huh. That would be a no glue method, right? So if I took this circle and I drew that and I cut 2 long flaps in it, in theory I could spin this one and it would hold it, but right? But at certain points when it like lined up, at certain points it would show the background through these gaps, these little slits. So it wouldn't quite work. Okay, so let's make that little part. We can run that out of some scrap, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of scrap laying around. Okay, here's some scrap. But like that would work. Okay, so I need to cut this little circle out because this is where the hinge mechanism, like we're talking about, needs to go. So one more page. Then we're going to be getting close to the end of the stream. It's Monday. I'm actually going to end on time. I want to make myself some dinner. I think it's pizza on the menu tonight, but it's so hot I don't want to turn on the oven. Maybe it's salad on the menu. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. We'll see. Not really that hungry, too. A whole different problem with. Okay, so I take this and I simply trace it onto what we need it onto. right? So I can trace, but isn't this our biggest? What size circle is that one? Hmm. So if it's a little bit smaller than this one, it's okay. The tricky part is going to be drawing the circle that's bigger than the circle. So set it up in the middle, and we're going to make, oh no, that didn't work. Oh, I forgot how to hold it. You hold it with this part when you do the inner circles. So that's good. Oh, I really do like that tool. I just have to remember to use my brain when I use that tool because it's a brain tool. I should have put this in a better spot. What a waste of paper. It's hard to always be considerate about things though. Like you do the best you can, but I'm just like most people would just toss that. So my problem is that I don't toss anything and I just want to keep making things with more things. Ooh, my stream bot is running. If I could ever finish setting up my stream. And this actually doesn't matter what shape it is, really. It does best if it's, and you don't want it bigger than the diameter of the circle. So if you're going to cut it like outwards, it still needs to like be smaller than the diameter of the circle. And okay. So here's the piece we need. It's almost like if you could glue this to the center of this, right? You could use this as the spinning thing all by itself. But if you glue it the other way, it's more secure on the page. So here's what the mechanism does. You squish it together. You pop it through the hole in the back of the page. It sits through the hole. Then you fold it down. And now I could glue this, in theory, onto this page. Right. How do I line this up though? I think that's why you have to have the pinhole, because it's just impossible to line up. The only way I can think to line it up is to do it like this. And that would be the only way I would know how to line it up. So that's what we're going to try to do. Try to end this stream on time. I just make myself some soup, to be honest. We got this new spicy ramen bowl that I really like, but it's very spicy. Makes me cry a little bit. I got the super spicy one, and that made me cry a lot a bit. Man, I couldn't even drink the broth. My lips were on fire, my face was on fire. Couldn't breathe. Okay. Again, less glue, but a good even coverage is much better than a ton of glue. A ton of glue is going to make your project not what you want it to be. So here we go. Oh no. Oh no, no. No. That was dumb. So what I did, I put the line side down, and I didn't want the line side down. So I've ruined this side too now, though. It's okay. I don't think anyone's gonna ever see that part. Okay. Now while that's drying, I'm gonna risk it all, and we're going to cut out this bottom piece. It's 9:01. We're almost done though. Corner of the mouth. Corner of the mouth. And the reason why I wanted to cut it out so extravagantly is because I want you to be able to turn it. I'm really doing a bad job today. I'm trying to be lazy. That's what I'm trying to do. But I know lazy doesn't get me where I want to go, so I gotta do it right. I'm never happy with lazy work. I wish the kids were probably like, I wish you were okay. Oh man, I just broke the tip of that off in my mat. These self-healing mats do hold razor blade tips though, which I'm always a little bit weary of. Like, when I go to clean, that the tip of that blade is somewhere buried in this mat. And as I run my hand across it with a paper towel, I always think to myself, like, what if one of those tips of razor blade just comes and slices through the paper towel into my finger? Okay. So, haha, I did it. I did it. So check it out. I'm just gonna draw one eyeball. And draw a really cartoony looking eyeball too. Just for dramatization. See that eyeball? Now look. If I spin it, eventually it's looking off in that direction. Did we see it on the bottom though? Ah! Okay, I just draw this one just for fun. Looking up. Looking down. Looking all around. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so some of the math doesn't quite work too well. The symmetry isn't right? No, I think it's because where it is on the paper. If it was directly behind it, but I think it's because they're in reality, like if we looked, let's look at the paper and what it looks like. It's at an angle, I think. Like it's not, it needs to be, everything would have to flow with the center. You see how it's drawn like straight, but not in line with like where a center line, like everything would have to come out from a center line in order for it to line up. Watch, we'll see this happen here. So if I drew a line that goes across like this, like the one we see here, yeah, so that would line up better. This one would line up better, but still, we would have to have our center line in the area. This probably is not serving us that much good. We could probably draw the drawing up a little bit and then draw the teeth here, you know, really alleviating the width a little bit and then probably bringing, I just probably messed it up, that's all. So it's a good try though. I mean, A for effort, but I missed the mark. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. We tried. We were not successful. I mean, we did something. This is 2 pages though. And then the page behind it is not usable because it too has a part of property. So I don't know. I just don't know how to. You end up using 6 pieces of paper. And I think that's ending up why that she has some that you can like flip over and over and over again because they use so many sheets of paper in between. And how do you minimize that is the question. And how do you get your effect? What effect do you want? Anyways, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Happy Monday. I hope that your week has started off well. Yeah, it's already 9:07. And yeah, just trying to play with more paper crafts and make some cool stuff. I also want to do a shout out. We are finishing school, and everyone is finishing up school as of now. So congratulations to all the graduates this year, from high school to college to 8th grade. If you are academically moving up, congratulations. Good luck on your next part of your path, and hopefully you find what you're looking for. Anyways, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you guys liked it, and we will see you next time. Yes, you wouldn't have to draw the eyes and shift the paper. Yep, that is correct. Okay, good night, everyone. We will see you next time. Peace.